We are live.
Yeah, we are live. We're good to go. As you can tell, Ace is not here again. Patrick really intimidated him, so he's taking his seat this week. Definitely nothing to do with Ace's real life. You will also note that Kari was going to come on, but Kari is dying of allergies thanks to small children. So you can blame people having kids for Kari not being on tonight. We will have Bad Wolf on shortly to talk about, winning a third championship or whatever, some silly stuff. And we're also going to delve into a bit of the this week in the SHL in terms of players' performances. But yeah, not too much of a busy week outside of those things. We haven't decided to expand or anything crazy yet, so maybe not as packed a show as before. But yeah, we'll get into that. If you want to bring Bad Wolf in here, we can get that going.
Alrighty. Add her. And there we go.
Hey, Bad Wolf, welcome. All right, we're actually not going to start the interview till Fancy gets on the Twitch. Unbelievable. But yeah, congratulations on Cup number 3. Well, 3 as a GM, 3 in a row. Did you have any, big challenges this past season that you had to fight through to make sure you could get this cup?
I don't really think there were many challenges, to be honest. We were very lucky in scoring several high name players. We got Journeyman, who's Brick. We got Chris Valentine, Downer. We got, I can't say Fancy's name.
Nostradamus?
That one. So we were able to score these really huge names very late into the game and gave us a solid start going into the last season.
So you're saying is that there were no challenges from other teams you knew that you were breezing to the cup? Is how you felt?
No, I won't say that. I will say in the finals, definitely had a run for our money. Tampa was a hard one.
That Calgary series was pretty close too.
Yeah.
Calgary is always difficult because it's like playing 4D chess with Calgary. They will change their lines every single game during playoffs.
Is it often just a goalie swap just to mess with you?
Sometimes, but very rarely. And it's like the wildest stuff you've never thought of. It either breaks them or it breaks us.
So you've, obviously moved on from contending. You're not going to be winning the cup this year unless Caleb is pulling some voodoo magic, which is possible. What made you decide that this was the season where you had to stop? There was no more gas in the tank.
It's funny, we actually decided this way before expansion was even announced. And it was just, we struggled this last season as far as getting those high number wins. And we were really worried that we weren't even going to make that President Cup run. And I feel like that was lucky. It happened in the last few days. So we wanted to make sure we got good return from our players. If you're going to blow up the team, it's not beneficial to wait until you're only going to get third round picks back.
So is the how's the mood compared to this first week of simming, kind of in a new stage of where you guys are going compared to the last 3 years where you knew where you were wanting to go? Has that shifted at all?
Honestly, we kind of found our spot in having this island of misfit players. We got several people in free agency, and it was just people coming to me like, I'm really old, but I want to keep playing, and nowhere has room for me. And I was like, okay, we're going to lose, but here. Yeah, specifically Lime.
I would never sign Lime as an old free agent who just needed a spot to play. Not even one time.
Yeah, so half of our roster is just people that just want a home because they're wanting to hit like games played records. And it's like, I can give you games. I just can't give you points.
So as a community of seniors, like a senior center, do you bring in like some youth to invigorate them and remind them of the old days?
We have 3 whole prospects.
Is that legal? San Fran?
Yeah. Can you believe that? Wild.
Can you name them?
Okay, so We have Fuzz that we drafted, and then we have 2 others that I should learn their names better. They don't talk yet. I think they're scared of us.
That's fair. You
So-
did admit to being a bunch of grumpy old racists, right?
I did not say we were racist.
Oh, okay. That was
Just
implied.
grumpy old ladies. Well, I'm the lady. I'm like the grumpy old grandma, like with a bunch of grumpy old grandpas.
So now that you're moving forward, you have a plethora of picks from selling off your people.
Mhm.
What is your ideal prospect looking like when you're going to the draft? What your perfect prospect first gen? What do they look like? What do they bring to your team?
Well, ideally, I could just get like a bunch of BBs, but that's not going to happen. Just someone who's really talkative, just really active, and someone who wants to get involved. As I've been telling people, our lore scares them off. I've been telling people that our war room has shrunk drastically. I sold off several people in our war room. And so I do want to get that next generation of people who are highly motivated and highly involved in the team.
Makes sense.
And was there ever official confirmation on if lions are polyamorous?
Google told me so. Yeah.
So I guess you've started the rebuild. We've talked about what your perfect prospect is. Where do you see do you see yourself sticking in as GM for the team a long time, or you're looking for someone to take over? What is your plan with the team as you go ahead?
Oh, I'm here for a long time. I want to do this all over again.
You want the three-peat, all the cups? Fair enough.
I know how we did it the first time, so.
Oh, you just got the blueprint. Fair enough. Perfect.
Yep.
What made you decide to recreate this past season, and what are you looking forward to on this new player?
Yeah, Caleb and I both decided to recreate just because we were selling off the team, so we were like, might as well toss our players. ChatGPT. Might as well sell off our players along with everyone else on the roster. We did get bites. Both of our players went to new teams. It just made sense so we could have kind of the older end of our new core. Our new core is looking very solid into 85. So we'll have a. Thanks. That's my gay stitch from Pride.
So, do you feel like now it's you're watching more games because now you're in both leagues? You're managing the Pride and also playing in the J?
I do watch more games. I will admit I wasn't like completely invested in juniors until I got my player back down there again.
Yep.
But yeah, it's definitely fun to balance the sim schedule. Kate Disney. That is a joke from a long time ago. I meant to say I'm at Gay Disney because someone asked where I was. It was like getting close to draft time. I was like, I'm at Gay Disney. And instead, it typoed and said, I'm a Gay Disney.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I feel like they both fit you, if we're being honest.
Yeah. I will be a Gay Disney this next June, too.
So I know that prior
That's
to
so
this
cute.
season, perhaps, a lot of people were having difficulty with it. It was completely a buyer's market. There wasn't a lot of room for selling. Did you have any difficulty, trying to negotiate or find homes for those players?
I actually had a lot of difficulty, yeah.
Really?
I know a lot of it came because with expansion, we only have so many protection slots. So a lot of teams were unwilling to buy these high-level players, knowing that a lot of them need to be protected. So I still have players available, GMs. Come get them, please.
I did notice you did manage to get rid of notable locker room cancer, Phillips Fatos. So congratulations for that. But yeah, I guess
And we got drafted together in Jays.
Perfect. I did. Is there anything you're? So you both made frums, which are your last name for Caleb and yours player. Did you want to go into a bit of the lore of what where the last name from comes from?
Luke Frum is our almighty backup goalie. He is the MVP and the best goalie ever. Caleb and I are his twins that he doesn't know he has because he's inactive.
So he's inactive and a deadbeat father. Just a
Yeah.
real rough guy, honestly.
He
Hopefully
was
he
putting
comes
too
back and he
much
knows.
time on the ice. He was that MVP, solid like 200 TP goalie that
It's when
comes
you're
in
putting in all
clutch.
the work, but you don't have the training hours for it sometime, and you're still
Mhm.
playing at that MVP level. It's just some people have that God-given talent.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry when he regresses.
But yeah, shout out to the people on Twitch because we can do things if you're on the Twitch. So just get on the damn Twitch. But yeah, I mean, is there anyone you wanted to give a shout out to for your third cup?
Oh my gosh, everyone's just been so amazing. I will say, having to trade away people, it kind of hurts. With SHL building a team like this, most of them are 71 players and younger. It's like been around for literal years, and you've been in the war room with the same people for years, and I couldn't have done it without them.
I didn't mean to click on that. This one was from BV that I was trying to put on, and then the other one came through. So
Claude has my
My bad.
back. Love it. Yeah, so San Fran in general, just I love him dearly.
Every single person. Okay, yep.
Yeah, once a Prider, always a Prider.
Does this include
No.
Jay, or do you exclude Jay from the calculations here?
Look, I guess I can include him.
Okay, we'll allow it. We'll allow it for Jay.
Like a one-time inclusion.
Next time it's mentioned, he's not part of the group. Though. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
It's
But
fair.
no, I think unless chat had any questions, I think that's all the
Yeah.
questions for me. But I
Chat-
always appreciate having you on.
I'll give it a second for chat to give some questions out.
Yeah.
I do have a couple that we could talk about. Raj is going to bed. So good,
He is
good
in
night, Raj.
Sweden. He's also definitely not going to bed. He's going to sit in bed and watch TikTok because he's a Zoomer.
Yeah. Rich did say hi to everybody. So hi, Rich.
He said hi to
Rich.
me and friends.
Yeah.
Well,
Bad Wolf's
then,
included. I don't know about you
then
yet, Patrick.
I guess that's only one person,
Jury's
right?
out. Yeah.
Put that back up there. And then you can't read it all, but Cowboy
If the
said
Habs win tonight, Baldman has to stream SHL Tonight during the rest of their time in the playoffs.
Yep.
I could do 2 more games after this, I guess. They're not long for this world, I'll tell you what.
And then, as always, Twitch people are goats.
Yep, get on the Twitch.
Point
He's right.
that out. And then this. Okay, so this is a question from Slicer.
No, it's more of a comment, but yeah. When you're building a team, it's hard to blow it up, especially when you build it from day one. Bad Wolf mentioned it. I can attest to it. It's hard to make the decision. It gets a little easier when someone offers you 3 firsts and a top earning prospect for a defenseman.
Yeah.
That makes the decision a little easier, but it's never easy for sure.
My final words. Shawnee's on the block. He's fully tamperable. Someone please take him.
Those are great last words.
We'll get that punishment in.
Are you willing to throw a first into the deal to let them get him out of town?
No.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Shawnee Stinky Yuki.
All right, I guess I'm adding Chicago to his no trade clause.
Do you have the thing on the bottom that says "We advise blocking Shawnee"? We used to have the scroll.
It is.
Say
It is no. It is.
For like 3 weeks.
It is no longer on there.
Damn. Okay. Yeah.
There's only one banner.
Thanks for your time. We always love having you.
Thank you for having.
When your new core wins some cups, we'll have you back.
Thanks.
Thank you for coming on.
That's gonna be a while.
Have a good one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Push some buttons, get us back to 2 people. There we go.
Excellent. Always great to have Bad Wolf on. Celebrating the gay Disney in the Twitch. Stitch. Twitch. You saying Twitch too much.
Congrats again. We had Thomas Matheny coming in, saying hello.
Which dance are we talking about here, Kari?
Interpretive dance for her interview. is what she was asking. If she
Oh.
could just dance for her interview instead of
Yeah, if
talking.
you want to get on and just dance, like I'm cool with that. I'll give you prompts. We'll do like an improv dancing thing.
Yeah. It'll take people's opinions away from how bad me and Hiff are doing right now.
We're not doing that bad.
I know. All right. So what are we going to talk about next?
Yeah, so we're going to look into. We finished the second week of the SHL season. First week. Apologies. First week of the FHM 10 era. So we have some verifiable results. Our vaunted insider Slicer put together a top 10 of power rankings, and then decided he didn't care to give me a reason. So I'm just going to wing it why he picked these teams.
Okay.
But yeah, so we're hold up. Are these still the preseason ones? Slicer, you didn't do it. You messing with me?
They said what?
Slicer, the link you sent is the preseason one still. Am I missing something here? Oh, no, it's not. Never mind. I just saw one team in the exact same spot, so I was confused. However, right, classic me confusion. So we'll get into it. We're looking at Slicer's rankings here. I'm going to pull up the index so I can try to divine why he picked. But I'm sure he's got some solid reasons. Slicer's a very smart guy. This is week 1 or week 2? We're week 2, right? This is week 1.
This is week 1. We just got done with week 1.
All right. So our team in first place, we don't have the beautiful graphic because I am not graphically oriented, but we have the Atlanta Inferno topping the chart, first in the East. From preseason, they increased their rankings by 4, went up from 5th to first place. And yeah, there's a very good reason for it. It's because they are 15-2-0.
Yes.
2 losses in 17 games. Lead the league in points, lead the league in point percentage. Their goal differential, weirdly, not the highest. I think they're 5th highest?
Yes.
Plus 25.
Yeah.
But, when you're winning the games, does it really matter by 10 or by 7? So they've been scoring, keeping the puck out of their net. No, mostly they've just been scoring a lot. They've been giving up a decent number of goals compared to the top teams. But their dominant away record, compared to just about every other team, is what sets them apart. They're 9-2-0 as an away team, where every other team is outside of New England. New England's also 6-2-0. Los Angeles 5-1-2. So there's about 3 teams who are doing really well away, and everyone else has been horrendous on the road. Really. Oh, sorry. I'll shout out Seattle as well at 6-3-0. So there's those group of 4 or 5 teams, and everyone else has just been pretty bad away, and they're undefeated at home. So yeah, definitely an excellent reason for them to be in first place. Do you have any thoughts on the? I know I took all of it, but
no. I mean, they're tearing it up right now. 15-2. 3 of those wins have come through shutout. But 82 goals for on the season, and the next closest, or they're third in that for goals for. So the only real issue is just their goaltending's been a little bit of a question mark, but still definitely the number 1 power team right now.
All right, and important to keep in mind that Slicer ranked his rankings prior to the final day of Sims because it got delayed, so we didn't have time to get that one involved, as Slicer had something. So appreciate you, Slicer, but just a caveat to keep in mind. We'll bring up our second team. We have the New Orleans Spectres. They went up from 9th, I believe. They went up 7 to the number 2 slot now. The Spectres, they might be 6th in the rankings today. I believe they were higher prior. No, sorry. They've only played 15 games to be a factor. They are 2nd in points percentage, a plus 28 goal differential, which is, I think it's tied 5th.
I think it's
3rd. Tied for 3rd.
3rd, yeah.
But yeah, so they're tied 3rd in goal differential, 3 games less, 11-2-2. They've been playing fantastic hockey, undefeated at home. One of 3 teams remaining that haven't lost at home. And this is a season where the new FHM, New Orleans, maybe they're going to be a contender this season, looking to pull in a cup with that great core they have going.
Yeah, they've been playing really great. Like you said, undefeated at home. The only thing I can see that might be hurting them is they're 1-2 in the shootout. So they've dropped a couple points in the shootout.
And this will bring us to number 3. We have a team staying in exactly the same spot as the preseason. We're going to bring you to the Calgary Dragons. The Dragons, again, if you just sort by point percentage, so far we're following the list. But the Dragons are third with their 735 win percentage. They're 12-4-1. The third team that is undefeated at home, but they are about 500 on the road, whereas the other two teams had winning records there.
Yep.
But they've been playing some fantastic hockey. I think it's Calgary's peak or close to peak season with the prospects. They're no longer prospects. The players they've been developing for a long time since Boom has gone in there and took over. And they took the Solberg twins as well as some excellent, great pieces. And yeah, they've looked fantastic to start the year.
They're sitting 6th in goal differential with plus 21, and also sitting down into their third in points percentage.
Perfect. Yeah, no, they've been playing fantastic hockey, and I look forward to seeing them continue. They should remain as a very strong team throughout the year. Not surprised to see them in the third spot. However, a team we are surprised to see in the fourth spot, staying the same spot they had in the preseason. The Edmonton Blizzard have come in, and they have been scoring on an absolute rampage. I believe they are tied for third in goal differential. They have 74 goals and 46 against. I think they have 3 or 4 shutouts, which is why the goals against is so low, because they either shut you out or give up like 5. Just in time, I guess, as time has come for him, he has some concentration lapses that come. But yeah, they've been a great season. They brought in 2 all SHL level players in Winters and Webb this season, and it's really helped spring their win total from a bottom 4 team, as well as it's got them scoring goals and the fans excited.
This is the only one that I'm not really fully agreeing with. I think that they're 9th in point percentage. Really struggling on the road. The biggest plus on them is they do have that plus 28 goal differential. So
yeah, this was prior to today. So
okay.
1-1-1 today. So that's a factor. They would have been 8-5-0 prior to this, so a bit higher in terms of win percentage and still scoring like monsters. But yeah, that would be a factor. Is probably just their prolific scoring. Also, Slicer's saying they had a strong schedule, lots of tough teams, which makes sense because when they're at home they've been playing fantastic, but the road they're at 2-5-1. Definitely not the showing you want to see.
But if we just shared the same opinions, it would be a boring show.
That's a good point. And that's why Minnesota's my number 1 team in the league.
Yep. They're number 1
same opinion. They lead the league in a lot of stats.
Yes, they do. They are up there.
Next up in 5th, though, we have the Tampa Bay Barracuda coming up. Tampa Bay made the SHL finals last season, looking to reclaim their spot again. They currently sit 5th in point percentage after today's sim. At 11-4-2, tied with New England, but New England has a game in hand. They are second in the league in goals for, I believe, first in goal differential. So they've been having a whale of a season in terms of both sides of the puck. The sole loss at home and a slightly above 500 record on the road. Attribute to this, they did lose in a shootout once, 0-1 there, but it's been a fantastic start by the Barracuda in the switch to FHM 10.
Yeah, and I mean, like you said, they're second in the league in goals for. They're first in the league's or second in the league in goals against, and then first in the league in goal differential. So really, really strong team.
Next up, we have the Seattle Argonauts in 6. They weren't ranked in the preseason list, so they've come out of the sewers. Not exactly. We knew they'd be a strong team, but preseason isn't always the most accurate. But yeah, Seattle. I believe they're after today's sim, they're 8th in.
Yes, they're
numbers 1,
10,
2, 3, 4.
10, 6, and 1 overall, 8th in points.
8th in points. 8th in point percentage. Words are hard. Not exact. I think they're one of the lower scoring teams. Maybe they're below Calgary, but in terms of the top teams, one of the lower scoring on that spectrum. Just 1 goal below Texas. And they're giving up a fair number of goals. They're a plus 14 in goal differential. So sticking around like a upper middle of the pack, around 8th, which is where they are in the league. But yeah, they've been playing great hockey, and they've got a really strong team that should start to pick up more as the season goes on and become a really well-rounded powerhouse, I'd say.
Funny enough, they're 8th in point percentage, 8th in goals for, and 8th in goal differential. Just wrapping up that 8th spot.
They love the number 8 after today's sim. You love to see that. That's why we have them in 6th. Next up, we have New England, who, had we done it today, probably would have been, maybe swap with Seattle, maybe ahead of Edmonton. But they're 4th in win percentage at .719. They played 16 games, put up 79 goals, which is 4th, just going off eyeball. And a plus 17 differentials. They've been, letting a lot of pucks in, but if you can outscore the other team, doesn't matter how many you let in, it still counts as a W, right?
Yep. And pretty steady both home and away, 5-2-1 home and 6-2 on the road.
Really buoyed by that fantastic away record, because if you can get them on the road, it seems like you're really likely to win at home this season. The home ice advantage seems strong. So if you're also good as an away team, you're probably going to be a damn good hockey team in this season from the early trends that we can see here.
Absolutely.
Next up, we have the LA Panthers, who dropped 7 spots from our preseason ranking down to 8th. The Panthers, here we are.
There.
Oh, there's too many numbers. They have a 5.7 win percentage. They're 7-5-3, 17 points of the season. They have played on the lower end of games. They're at 15 games, where some teams have played 17, 18. So the win percentage gives them a lot of room to score more goals and get goals against. A plus 14 goal differential with 69 goals for. Nice. And 55 against. This is the rare team where their home record is garbage. They're 2-4-1, but they're 5-1-2 on the road. So they don't like their fans, I guess. Maybe the LA fans are too nice to them, or they're booing them or something. But they got to change what they're doing and make the players want to play there.
They don't like waiting in traffic to get to the game. So
yeah, must be the traffic.
That's just their routine. They are sitting 10th in point win percentage. So.
And next up, no bias here, of course, the Chicago Syndicate coming in at 9th. I see what you're doing, Slicer. They might be a bit undersold after today's sim, though, as they're sitting, 5th or 6th in win percentage at .706, tied with Tampa Bay. 11-4-2 record. They lead the league in goals for with 88. They have 58 goals against, which is about middle of the pack in terms of the top teams, if you're ignoring the Toronto and Minnesotas. A staggering plus 30 goal differential, which is second in the league. Fantastic record at home and away, 6-2-0 at home, 5-2-2 away. They've been playing some fantastic hockey. I'm going to assume they had a really good sim today, which is why they are higher. But yeah, no, you could tell going into the season, they had a juggernaut of a roster that was looking to start peaking towards that high-end contending timeline, and it's definitely showing here.
They went 4-4 according to Slicer today during the sim. So
4-4-4, 4 wins.
4-4-4.
Okay, that makes sense.
4-4-4.
Popping off. And then we have the last team in our top 10 before we get to the honorable mention. In 10th place, The Buffalo Stampede take the last spot on the list. They might be retooling, rebuilding, but they are seemingly immortal as they refuse to ever drop. The Buffalo Stampede have been playing fantastic hockey. 15 games in, they have a .533 record. The goal differential is the first team in a negative on our list. They have a -5. They have been scoring a very low amount of goals. I want to say they're second last in the league for goals. And have a winning record. So a real testament to their defensive structure and effort, as well as some excellent goaltending, keeping them afloat. 5-2-0 at home and 2-4-2 away. Buffalo is taking up the true middle spot as they're hanging on to that 10th seed in our power rankings.
Yep.
And they also had a bad sim specifically to make Slicer look bad.
I would argue Texas in at the 10th spot just to be a homer a little bit. But they do have a better win percentage or point percentage at 6, 6, and 7, and they're a little bit better on the goal difference, but it's still a -2 on it. So that
God, you're such a homer. Texas isn't even that good. Coming in at our honorable mention,
we're rebuilding. We're rebuilding, and we're there.
Coming in at 11, the honorable mention, Texas Renegades.
Hey, you bring me on, I'm gonna be a homer.
I mean, they have a great 6.67 win percentage. Some youth on their team. Thomas Hudson doing fantastic. 24 points on the year. They have the other team in our list with a negative goal differential. They're at a -2 with 71 goals for and 73 against. And a great record at both home and away. 7-3-0 at home and 5-3-0 away. They're also undefeated in the shootout, 2-0. So don't go to the shootout with Texas if you could avoid it.
That's all part of the strategy, Slicer. All part of the strategy.
It's like the Rocky Balboa, you know?
Yep. It's not about how much you get hit. It's about
you get beat up 8-0 in the first game. You win the second game 2-1. You still win.
Yeah, you still win. That's all that matters. Is just win. That's all you got to do. I think that's a really good power rankings on that. I think Atlanta and New Orleans really stood out to me the most. Just overall, two really great teams. It's gonna be a fun season on that.
I think a shift we're actually seeing here is in recent years we've had the West kind of dominate the top of the standings. We're seeing the East teams kind of really dominate in terms of point percentage early. We have like in the top 10, four teams in the West, and they're generally on the lower end at 8, 9, and 10. Whereas the East has Atlanta, New Orleans, New England, Tampa Bay, Chicago, Texas. So
it is a juggernaut schedule over.
What I will say is I think there's a bit of a benefit to getting to play Toronto and Manhattan, who are having and Montreal, who are kind of having disappointing starts this season. Montreal and Manhattan maybe not as expected. Toronto probably expected. But I have a bet for you here.
Okay.
You want to put 1 million SHL bucks. How many games will it take for Minnesota to win a game?
Oh gosh. So looking at Minnesota, they are 14. They're 0-14-3. So total of 3 points. They have scored 45 goals and they've
least in the league.
And they've given up 115 goals.
Most in the league.
And they have a goal differential of -70. Nothing.
So when
I was waiting for you to say most.
How many games will it take for them to lose to win?
To win one, I'm going to say. Let me pull up their schedule. I think that's the fairest way to look at it. See who they have coming up. Coming up, they're playing New Orleans, Winnipeg, Tampa Bay, Calgary, Edmonton, New England, Los Angeles, Chicago, Buffalo, Montreal. So at bare minimum, I would say it's probably going to take at least 9 games. But
no, I don't want the at least. I want to know which specific game and team will Minnesota win. I want you to call out a team for going to lose to Minnesota.
Oh man, I'm going to say against Montreal on December 1st is what I'm going to say.
You're going to
That
say
will be their
Montreal.
first.
Okay.
Montreal. First win for Minnesota. It'll come in 9 games.
It's bold. It's bold. Let's see.
What are you saying?
I'm going to check their schedule as well. All right, here we go.
I don't even see where they don't play Toronto until February.
So you had 9 games against Montreal.
Yep.
I think Montreal's going to win that one personally. Buffalo, San Fran. I think this is hard.
It is. That's why I just went with that. I feel like the Montreal game, if they don't win that one, it's going to be another 2 months when they finally play Toronto.
I think, the Toronto game on the 23rd of January is going to be their first win. And that's if Toronto's coming off a back-to-back.
It's hilarious that you asked that question because that's the same topic we were going to talk about with Thunder Bay.
So my other question for you is if you have any thoughts. Do you think for a team to be this low in the standings, it has to be premeditated? Like they have to be doing something to try to be this low?
I don't know. I mean, as a lifelong Browns fan, I mean, as a lifelong Browns fan and Cubs fan, I've seen some really bad teams in my life. And I don't think it's purposely losing. I just don't think that. I just don't think they have the players right now. It needs a whole new, basically a new program needs to be put in there just to get those players, get it built up, and get going. They do have some good prospects coming up. 3-time Metzler winner Dieter is on their team, so he's a great defensive player that is going to take a little while to build up. So, I think that the prospects are there, but they need more. They need more prospects. They need it just it's going to take a while, but hopefully they'll get there.
Yeah, I mean we're all hoping the team's going to get to the spot. A couple, I want to say 5 seasons ago, they made the playoffs, had a great run. It was the first time in a while for Minnesota. We were all very excited to see it, and good on Eddie for having got them there. He did step down, so we're looking. Yep. I don't know if Waters has been named GM or if someone has been named GM. I believe we're still waiting on an announcement for the hiring there.
There has not been an announcement yet.
But we're going to have a new era in Minnesota, and hopefully a new era of playoffs and cup contention coming in the future.
Yep, absolutely. And I think, it's fun to try to make that bet and find out, but I can also really feel for the players on that team that, it's never fun to just keep losing. So hopefully they get out of it and get going soon, just for the players there. Just don't do it against Texas.
Don't win. Now they have to win against Texas.
No, because I can't lose. I can't lose $1 million SHL bucks and also have my team lose to them. That would be rough.
That's the dream. All right, but I think that's about all I've got for this week. We didn't have any questions in the thread. If there's any questions in chat, we can ask them. I know Marmalade asked when the SMGHL start. They're going to start after. He's going to bring in his co-host, who I won't name. It's up to him. I think you did name him, actually. So
I did name him. It'll be Toaster coming on here next. We'll probably start up at 9. Kind of give a recap of what we can. I know the sim unfortunately hasn't happened yet, so we'll be going off of a 4-day sim week on the episode, but it'll be a really great episode. I'm looking forward to everything that we're going to be able to bring. SMJHL players on J Tonight. Also, we'll be doing a trivia question on the show. That if you get it right, we will send you 100 SHL bucks to buy a Ruby card pack to get more people into the trading cards because they are awesome.
100,000, or did they really drop the price?
100,000. Sorry, I don't dabble below the 100,000 mark because I always forget it's there.
Fair enough. Yeah, I think. I don't think we have any questions, so I think we're good to go for a short week. Thanks all for tuning in, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you guys. You guys have a great weekend.